I'm Raymond Modulin, aka the Real Estate Monkey, and host of Indy's new reality show, King of the Rehab. Over the last decade, I've brokered, bought, or sold $70 million worth of real estate, and the one thing I know is rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. What's up? King of the Rehab. Hello and welcome. I'm Raymond Modulin, aka the Real Estate Monkey, and host of Indianapolis's very own King of the Rehab. Several years ago, I approached some of the cable executives and explained to them the need for a local rehab show using local properties and local rehabbers just like you and me. Of course, they really weren't interested in a local show on cable. But over the years, things have changed, and guess what? I got the phone call about, February of this year. They gave me a call and said, hey, you know what, that idea you had, we think it's genius. Of course, nothing's changed in the idea, but now I look like I'm a genius. So we sat down, we had a conversation, and you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's just go back and see how it all began.
Hello.
Hey man, it's Raymond again. I've been thinking, and dude, there's still a need for a reality show here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, Raymond, but you know, local shows, I'm not sure that the network's going to go for that. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we have some kind of show where we show rehabbers and, you know, maybe give some education or something like that. I think he hung up on me. I
didn't hang up. I'm thinking about it now, Raymond.
Okay.
If we did something like that, I'd need you to bring it to me. I'd have to have you produce it and get it ready. And I'm finalizing my lineup right now for the fall. So I need that by September the 4th.
All right. So you want me to do it, the production. I can find a production crew, get it done. Got to be to you by the 4th. And a competition, how about a competition thing where, you know, they compete for prizes or something?
Well, I think that sounds good. I think that's the way that the way that everybody's going these days. I think competition makes a lot of sense.
All right. Well, let me work on it and I'll give you a call back. All right.
You give me the show, Raymond. I'll get it on the air.
All right, man. Bye. So you heard that. He said if I get him the show, he'll get it on the air. Sweet. All right, so after talking to Mr. Johnson about this reality show and convincing him that it'll play out, he assured me that if I build it, they will come. So I've been on the phone for the last 4 or 5 days trying to find a production company that can do a reality show. The problem I've got is everybody's asking for, you know, what's our budget? How many cameras do we need? What's the time? All of these questions that I have no idea how to answer. I finally connected with a guy named Dave Anderson in Stream 3 Creative. So we're going to go up to see him. The problem is he's way up in Carmel, so I need my friggin' passport stamped to even go up that far north. So when we get up there, we're going to be talking to him about things like making sure we can get it on time, because that was one of the most important factors that Mr. Johnson explained to me, is that it has to be done by the September 4th showing. And, you know, we've obviously got to come in under budget. They want a competition, so we've got to kind of create this competition between these rehabbers to find out how it's going to work. So hopefully, in my conversation, I can figure out if Stream 3 Creative is going to be the actual people I need them to be and how they can actually help me figure this out. So when I find out more information, I'll be sure to let you guys know, all right? So by the time I actually worked through 4 or 5 different producers, I ran across Dave Anderson from Stream 3 Creative and went up and met with them, and they were very good about understanding that I had never done this before, but I had the information and the insight on the rehabbing, but they had to help me along with the reality portion of it. So they were very good and very helpful, and they actually could come in under budget and also meet the time deadline of the 4th of September. So we started having some conversations between Dave and I, and he actually came up with the concept of a competition. It was given to us as a competition, but Dave kind of refined how we were going to actually do this, as far as having 5 contestants and then have them rehab each one of their rooms individually, and then each episode or each week we were going to then judge the rooms on the before and the after. So you've got the 5 guys, and one week we're going to be looking at their living room, and then the next week would be the kitchen, and comparing them against each other. And the good thing that's played out really well in this competition is we have got a great variety of homes. You know, we've got homes that were purchased in under 20,000, and we've got a home that was purchased for over 300 before it was even rehabbed. So the final project is probably going to be really good to see where these homes come out with. All right, hello, Mr. Raymond Modulin. Just want to get back with you and let you know that we have got everything in place. I found a production company that can meet your time schedule. They can meet your budget. Everything's looking good. I just emailed you over the list of contestants.
All right, let me take a look here. Oh, no effing way. We're not having that guy in this show. Hey, listen, Raymond, this deal's off.
Wait, no. God, son of a... I think they just canceled this before we even got started. What am I going to do? I've already got people in place. I just promised this today. I am so screwed on this. I've already got a problem. We've been canceled and haven't even started yet. I've got one last chance. I'm going to make a call to the guy that came in 6th.
Hi, I'm Brad Davis, president of Davis Building Group. Our family-owned business has been building homes throughout central Indiana since 1955. With over 100 years of senior management experience, we build affordable family-style homes for first and second-time home buyers, or we can build custom plans on your lot. We work hard to offer neighborhoods with terrific schools and homes with spacious floor plans and great amenities. To see more wonderful neighborhoods, visit us at davisbuildinggroup.com or call Angela and Sean at the number below. So visit us at Davis Building Group and let's get started.
Oh, look, I've already got a problem. We've been canceled and haven't even started yet. I've got one last chance. I'm going to make a call to the guy that came in 6th and see if he can replace number 5. So let me give a call here, see if we can get it going. Joe, Raymond Modulin, the Real Estate Monkey, how are you? Well, man, look, I am in trouble. As you know, you came in 6th in our contest, and I really need you to step up and be number 5. Yeah, one of the people dropped out. Actually, they were kind of canceled by the producer. I mean, how the hell was I supposed to know this guy slept with the producer's wife? Wasn't anything I did, and they've got us on cancel, so I need you to step up and be number 5 for me. You in? All right, man. Thanks, dude. I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, well, let's see. I've got numbers 5 in, but now I got to get Mr. happy again. So let me give him a call, and I'll let you know. All right, so we got to the point where I found the production company like I was asked to do. I got everything lined up. We got all the contestants in line. We had a Facebook competition. We found our 5 contestants. I managed to get them over to Mr. And you guys obviously saw the result. I was not aware that he obviously had an issue with one of our contestants. So at one point we were this close to actually being canceled before we even got started. But I managed to smooth things over. We simply took that contestant out. We had a 6th runner-up contestant that filled in the spot, and that brings us back to 5. So now he's happy, I'm happy, you guys will be happy. So let's meet our contestants.
I'm a cabinet maker by trade, and I've been in the furniture manufacturing business most of my life. The company I worked for 25 years pulled the plug one day on about 65 of us at one time and said, "Thanks for being here, see you later, here's your check for the last week," and that was it. I kind of saw the writing on the wall months prior to that happening because the conveyor belts were basically void of product and work going on. So I told the wife, I said, you know, if it continues like this, we're gonna have to find some other thing. So in years past, I had had a couple of rental properties when we first got married, and I had sold them because I just got tired of the hassle of dealing with rental properties. But I told her, I said, maybe the thing to do is to start a business, start peddling some real estate again. My real job took a dive, and so I had to find something else to do.
My name is Lee Smith. I've been flipping houses since I was 21, so over 20 years now. 2007, I got my real estate salesperson license. Don't hold that against me. And then I mainly did that for my own usage, and my family does a lot of flipping of houses and stuff like that.
My family's always been in real estate development and new construction. My specialties are in appraisal and brokerage, and was doing some house flipping prior to the bust, the great bust of 2008, but more focused on new construction, high-end new construction. After a couple of years of trying to gain footing again and get back in the construction game, we figured the best way was to go into established neighborhoods, such as the one where our house is now, and creating a luxury product in a more desirable price point.
I've gotten into buying and selling homes as well as having rentals of just having this desire of never wanting to be homeless again, because that's how I was as a child. So I bought my first home at 20 years old while I was in the military. And as soon as I got out of the active duty military, I started buying more houses.
I primarily work in the Perry Township, Franklin Township, and Johnson County areas of southern Indianapolis and, of course, Johnson County. I like going with starter homes, or homes that's going to be a starter home, because I think it moves quicker on the market and it allows for a faster turn time on the investor and the money.
Obviously the market took a dump, so a lot of stuff that I was buying and flipping wasn't selling as what I wanted it to. So I ended up starting to rent them, which I grew up in a family which rentals were taboo. I actually got into property management, started managing for other people because we couldn't find anyone that would return calls and stuff like that, so I ended up doing property management as well. This past year I got my broker's license, so now I'm a principal broker. I have my own brokerage, and mainly work with investors, but I do a lot of work with your standard salesperson or your standard sellers too?
In 2010, late 2010, early 2011, we got back into this business and focused on a certain price point in the area that I live in, and so far we've been batting 1,000 with it.
I kind of put some ads out on Craigslist and that kind of thing, and did some promoting, looking for investors that might be wanting to do some buying and selling here in Indianapolis. And I found a guy in Texas who actually contacted me off one of my ads and said he was buying national tapes, and could I help him liquidate some properties in my area, you know, like Indiana, Illinois kind of stuff. And I said, yeah, I can help you with that. So, but he was needing stuff like windows boarded up and take pictures and just kind of get a feel of what he bought on this tape. So that's kind of where that company started. Was home services. It was basically meant for investors to just kind of supplement them or give them a service, a place to go and a guy to talk to, say, hey, can you go board at that window? Can you get this done for me? Can you get that done for me? Get the grass cut? And so that kind of started that. And as time went on, more and more investors kind of contacted me over the advertising.
I search the market 3 or 4 times a day. I'm on the internet checking for what new foreclosures have come on, be it a HUD or a Fannie Mae or even just a regular bank repossession, to see what's out there on the market, so I can make sure that I have a pretty good pulse as to what's going on in the market and able to purchase the homes.
About 4 years ago is when I went full-time in rehabbing, selling homes, as well as having rental properties. I flip about 6 or 7 houses a year, manage a handful of properties. And I just continue to do this every day. It's my passion, so it doesn't even seem like work. So I just want to continue to grow as a business.
Hi, I'm Brad Davis, president of Davis Building Group. Our family-owned business has been building homes throughout central Indiana since 1955. With over 100 years of senior management experience, we build affordable family-style homes for first and second-time home buyers, or we can build custom plans on your lot. We work hard to offer neighborhoods with terrific schools and homes with spacious floor plans and great amenities. To see more wonderful neighborhoods, visit us at davisbuildinggroup.com or call Angela and Sean at the number below. So visit us at Davis Building Group and let's get started.
My parents, so now that I own a brokerage company and appraisal and a couple different real estate related firms, I'm the 4th generation business owner in Indianapolis, and everybody's just kind of made a leap, from one generation to the next. And I just remember growing up in real estate. My dad's always been a developer and a commercial broker, and my mom went back into real estate, I think when I was finishing up junior high and in high school, and I just remember throughout my life my dad making real estate just so interesting for me, making Indianapolis such an interesting city to me, really I still hold a lot of those things dear. I think Indianapolis is a great city. It's a city for me, it's a city for my family.
My mom was just a hard worker and always had high hopes of doing, she was just always doing something to kind of challenge herself. And she always pushed me to do whatever it was that I enjoyed doing. If I liked, like I play guitar on the side, she would, you want me to get to guitar lessons? You need a new guitar? Do you need an amp? What do you need? She'd always push me and give me what I needed to kind of pursue my wants and desires. And so a lot of what I do, I think I get my drive from my mom. The passion that drives me to do what I do is probably more in, it's probably just more self-driven. I've done a lot of things over the course of time. I've owned my own photography company where I shot portraits and weddings. I've done real estate, done woodworking. You know, I was basically a master cabinet maker. Did prototypes for all the high-end folks like the company I used to work for many years. You know, we did prototypes for the FUBUs and Baby Phat and Polo and Ralph Lauren and all those guys. And we made store fixtures for those guys, so I'm pretty good at working with my hands.
I was in restaurant business prior to this, and I've been doing this as long as I was in the restaurant business, and I've got the same passion today as I had day one when I got into to real estate, and I can't say the same was true when I was in the restaurant industry. So absolutely, the passion still carries. You know, is there something that made an impact on me? No, I mean, it certainly is satisfying without hesitation, and it's certainly, I actually will walk around a home as we're going through it, especially as it's wrapping up, and smile as I know someone's going to buy this home, that this is going to be children surrounding the center island doing their homework or telling their mom about their day at school, or they're going to be playing out in the backyard while they're entertaining on the huge deck that was built for the house. So those kind of things is almost, I guess, self-serving as much as anything. But without question, the passion is absolutely still there. And boy, I'd love to be able to tell you, yeah, I can point to a certain person that inspired me to do it. Now, I have learned from a lot of individuals as I went through it, and have picked up knowledge that way, and they're certainly as much to contribute to my success as myself. But as far as what the passion is, it just seems to be there naturally, that I can't see not doing this 20 years from now. It may be a different way, it may be a different color going in the room, different type of appliance being added in, but yeah, I can absolutely see doing this forever.
My inspiration comes from just taking an old house that's maybe been vacant for 5 years, 15 years, it may be vacant for 3 days, and make it the best house on that block. I don't want to overdo it for the area and not be able to make a living off of it, but bring it back to the life and keep my budget low. But at the same time, what I'm doing is lifting the area's value up, because there's still a lot of houses, not only in the city of Indianapolis, but in the country. It's that eyesore. And when I go in there, I want to do a good job. And I want the neighbors, and in my last 10 years of doing this, all the neighbors have thanked me. They brought me cookies. They say, hey, thanks for fixing that up, cutting those ugly trees down and planting everything. And making a new family, making a family happy.
I guess I've always been a problem solver. I like massive problems. You know, I like looking at a house and figuring out, you know, what it's going to take to make it function better, to bring it back from the brink. I've always been real good. I mean, I was in computers for a long time, and I would get hired by companies to basically, they would just, you know, all right, I would get phone calls and they would be like, you ever wonder what the weather's like this time of year in Vermont? And I'll be like, when am I going? And they'd be like, can you go next flight out? And I'd be like, okay. And so I'd next flight out to Vermont, and I'd be there for a month or 2 months. And it would be basically, they would just throw me into a hornet's nest, and then they'd be like, you know, sink or swim, buddy. And so I had to come up with solutions to all the problems that these different offices were having. So, I mean, I've always enjoyed the massive problem solving. So I think that a lot of it is, you know, I can make pretty good money doing rehabs and, you know, investing in real estate, but it's all problem solving, and it's never the same problem. You're constantly getting different problems. And so I guess that kind of keeps me going in it.
Hi, I'm Brad Davis, president of Davis Building Group. Our family-owned business has been building homes throughout central Indiana since 1955. With over 100 years of senior management experience, we build affordable family-style homes for first and second-time home buyers, or we can build custom plans on your lot. We work hard to offer neighborhoods with terrific schools and homes with spacious floor plans and great amenities. To see more wonderful neighborhoods, visit us at davisbuildinggroup.com or call Angela and Sean at the number below. So visit us at Davis Building Group and let's get started.
So you met the guys, you know who they are, you know their experience, and you understand where they're coming from. However, next week is when the fun really begins. That's when we start seeing all the dust flying and the hammer swinging. And I want to invite you guys back here because you guys are going to help me judge the winner. So remember, tune in next week on King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. What's up?